Hey everyone, this is Chris with Rockin Farm coming to you with another video. So I put out a video about a week ago and it was basically asking people to ask me some questions. What would you like to see? And I got a couple of different comments. I'll get to some of those eventually, but I'm going to get to the easiest one first because it's what I have time for. And that was, when you're doing projects, show us a little bit more of a before, during, after of the projects. And I gotta admit, I am absolutely horrible at that. I'm horrible at the before, during, and after. I'm always the one that gets done painting a room and says, man, I wish I had had some pictures from before it was painted. So I decided that that is a fantastic idea because it's the best way to really teach people. So I want to show you a little gardening project that we're working on, and it's actually kind of in all three phases right now. So this is a perfect opportunity for a video because I don't have to wait months to shoot it. So what we're doing right now is we're taking that wood chip pile out there, and those are all healthy oak chips. They were taken by a landscaper, and the landscaper was working for a gentleman who just needed a bunch of oak removed from his property so that he could put some other outbuildings and stuff in on his property. So he brought me this big thing of oak chips. And why does that matter? It doesn't matter a whole lot depending on what you're using it for. Because will I take cedar chips or black walnut chips or black locust chips? Yeah, sure, I will. It's just that if I'm going to take those, I want to use those in areas where I don't want the wood to break down very fast. Whereas with these oak chips, I'm using them in my garden because I want them to break down rather quickly. So we are coming through and we are taking and putting wood chips on this garden. So just to give you an idea, we'll walk over here. You can see, here, this is kind of the before. I came in here with a weed eater. I did not rake anything up. We did what's called a chop and drop. So I came in with a weed eater several inches above the ground. Wherever the stuff fell, it fell. And then just walking in here has kind of mashed it down some. All right, so you can kind of get an idea over here of where we don't walk quite as much. All right, so this is your before. And then over here is your during. So we're coming through this garden and we're putting a good 4 to 6 inches of wood chips across the entire garden. We've also put a good 3 to 4 inches of wood chips in the garden beds themselves. Now everybody's probably thinking, well, maybe they're doing the wood chips in the garden beds for moisture retention. Yes, that's true. And they're probably doing the wood chips out here for weed control. Yeah, sure, that's true as well. But the main reason that we come through here with these wood chips and layer them in so thick is because if you look over here, about 6 months ago, maybe 5 months ago, this was 4 to 6 inches of wood chips as well. And you can see that it is very, very quickly becoming nutrient-rich soil. Once you get these wood chips over top of the grass and it starts breaking down, the worms get in here and they just start doing their job. So 6 months ago, it was less, it was 5. 5 months ago, this looked like this. See this? So we're building up the wood chips, and as these break down, we'll just come in with more wood chips. And as some of our plants start to die off, we'll just come in here and we'll cut them at the base and let them drop right on top of the bed and put more wood chips over top of that green material and let that green material decompose down in the garden bed. So I'm not some sort of a genius. There's millions of people that do this chop and drop method. There's millions of people that do this wood chip method, but this is why we do it. Because before, you have a mess. You have a ton of weeds growing in your garden beds. You have a ton of weeds growing around your garden beds. During, you have some weed control and some moisture control. But eventually, you end up with nice, black, nutrient-rich soil. So this has been Chris with Rockin Farm coming to you with one of our before, during, and after projects. I hope you all enjoyed this. Please make some comments. Get down there in the comment section and let me know what you thought of this video. Was it helpful? Did you enjoy it? Was it what you were looking for? Hit me up so that I can keep you guys going in the direction that you would like the channel to go. After all, as I said before, it is your channel. This is Chris with Rockin Farm.